Hello everyone and welcome to something that has long been talked about and has not been done in quite some time. Look at Delver's Drop, the newest version that has been put out on Humble, which is also available if you pre-order the game now. You are able to gain access to this version. This is version 0.4.2 Brute Force, and we are going to have 3 characters to choose from now in this finalized version of the jail. Well, maybe not finalized, but it's the planned final version at least. Much closer to the final version than what was in there before. We have this jailer here who can walk around to any of these cells and select which character you want to play as. And we also have this new character in the middle here, the Gladiator. But first we're going to jump in as the Sorcerer, just because having not played this for a while I want to play a character I'm a little bit more familiar with. It appears that he now shoots out 3 blasts from his wand instead of 2. Which is kind of cool. That actually opens up the ability to hit things from a better angle, and that means that this might be a little bit easier. Or maybe not, I don't really know how this is going to work out, but have to hit the switch physically to open up the drop. That's a cool little new effect on there. Now, I'm not going to be the best person to talk about the differences between this and previous versions, because it has been a long time since I've played Delver's Drop. But I should be able to at least give you some commentary on this version and how I feel about it between my little bit of pre-doing this practice and my, oh god, bad. Why are you so close? So now see, oh god, the swarm! The swarm! This is going horribly wrong right off the bat. Now see, this change to the wand for the Sorcerer here is actually kind of a double-edged sword. You can hit from an angle, but it's hard to hit things from a distance and have them actually contact. So there's definitely a little bit of a negative combined with the positive of being able to hit at an angle, in that it's harder to hit on a straight line. So that is something to be remembered as I go forward. It also seems like there is a definitive range on these shots, so they can't just travel across the map. They do have a cutoff point. Go die, bats. This is definitely going to take some getting used to, this triple shot. I will say that triple shot is a good thing, I think, but it also makes it that you have to kind of plan out your shots better. It kind of reminds me of the way I feel about Wiggle Worm in Binding of Isaac in some ways, in the sense that it's something that actually does help you to hit things at weird angles sometimes, but hitting things that are right in front of you becomes a little bit more difficult. Of course, I never take Wiggle Worm in Isaac. This I would actually probably take because the rest of the physics of the shots remain the same, instead of being completely new physics, but point being that it kind of reminds me of that, you know, double-edged sword of sometimes this will be easier, sometimes you're just going to miss enemies repeatedly. And there are a lot of bats in this room. For a first room, this is a whole lot of bats, and it's taking me a whole lot of time to kill them. Die! 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 I'm guessing that along with this, the triple shot here probably lowers the damage of each blast. Like, instead of having 3 of them do the same damage as one shot would do if it was a single shot, it's probably 3 of them at about 1/3 the power of a regular shot, which is also making it take a little bit longer. I'm not sure. I believe that the weapons right now for at least the Sorcerer and the Rogue, I believe, are actually randomized. So I do believe that not every time you start, you're going to start with the same thing. I'm not positive on that, and we'll run a test. Whoop! And we'll run a test before I make any kind of solid statement on that. But I think I remember hearing that on the forums, which I have somewhat kept up on in my time of not playing. I shouldn't have drank that big health potion, but being a rogue, the large health potions don't really do a whole lot for you. I'm not a rogue, a sorcerer, because you only have the 1 health. You have all shields and very little health. Oh, I didn't even see that right there. The fire from those ghosts travels very fast. very, very fast. Oh god. Oh, ran right into a rat. Try to avoid the fire, run into rat. Sounds about right. Oh god. We're gonna die here. Okay, that did not go well for us. That did not go well at all. So, in fact, we are actually going to, when we get back into the jail here, take Sorcerer again. And we will see if we can do a little bit better than that. And we do have the same one, so maybe I was wrong on the bit of randomization on the weapons right now. So down we go, back into the drop. And we probably won't last very long again, to be perfectly honest with you. Because this is going to take some getting used to. Of course, in the final version there is plans to have weapon drops, which will have randomized stats and effects that you can get throughout the game, which is something that is going to allow where if you don't really like the weapon that you start off with, there are other choices to get. But that is also not something implemented just yet, so it is not something you can really rely on finding. These goblins are already a problem for me. I'm getting a little bit better with the angle on this thing. I do feel like it does have a lot of benefits to have that triple shot, but it's also something where if you aren't used to it, it's not going to be easy to deal with. Oh, there's a table in my way. No slime. You don't get to hit me. You're just a slime. I had enough problems with slimes when I played Volgar. I don't need problems with you too. And it looks like this was just a quick little dead-end room. So, we can come back over here, try to find some shield pieces for us so we don't die in the next room. Hopefully. But nothing so far. Oh, there's a little bit. A little bit more. It's a health potion. Okay, we're getting close to being back to full. That's close enough. We'll save the rest of the stuff in case we need to break it later. Excuse me, I don't know why my voice is acting up right now, but oh god, ghost, go away! No, I hate you, ghost. Hate you. I hate you too, candles. Why do there have to be so many candles? Alongside the ghost. Okay, come on. Come on, we can do better than this. We can do it. Just gotta be careful. I hate you, candles. Stop shooting your little flames at me. That's the hard thing with the sorcerer right now, is attacking from a distance becomes very difficult in terms of actually connecting your shots properly. So, but we can also do this, which is probably being a little bit effective at least. Oh, I turned around, didn't notice that. Okay, so we took out most of the candles by kind of just standing back and spamming some shots. That worked out well enough for us. Now we just need to worry about the flames and this one last candle over here. Oh god. Why? Why? Those little flames are so hard to hit with the broad strike of this triple shot. Come on now. Oh, there's the door. I was gonna say, did I miss something? Okay, so now this room shouldn't be too bad as long as I don't do exactly what I just did. Okay, one section down. Come at me, bro. Come at me. There we go. One more to go. And dead. And then we just need to get this one guy over here who should be easy. Get over here. Come on. That's right, I hit you through the wall. That's right. Oh wow. That was just a lot of stuff that just dropped from that. Okay, so we're gonna leave at least that one shield fragment here to pick up later if need be. And where do we need to go from here? Okay, I must have missed the door somewhere. Unless there's a lever here that I'm missing. I don't see one. So where do I need to go? Not in here. Oh, you know what? I haven't been through the bottom door here yet. Steam pipe. But there's no door out of here, so that's not the answer. Where are you? Where are you? Switch to open the drop. There's no exits from this room. And then we go over here, back to the start. Oh, I haven't been up yet. That explains it. There we go. And we can head up a little bit farther. We've got a hole in the middle of the room, which of course if you're unfamiliar with this game, the holes in the middle of the room aren't like Zelda where you just appear back at the start of the room. Nope, these are ones where if you fall down, you're dead. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now we've got a series of rats in here, one of which at least is a plague rat. You can kill these guys pretty easily though. Boom! Okay, and then we got slime in here, along with another steam pipe that isn't broken, so you don't have to worry about the air coming out of it. Head up a little bit more. And to the switch, that was a bat. Oh god. Come on. That looks like it was the right switch. Now I will say one thing that I'm not sure if this is really intentional, if it's just pure luck or what. But I have played through a couple of runs before I did this one. I played through just to kind of get the swing of the game again. I played as a gladiator briefly, and I went through 2 floors on that run. And both times the drop was straight up from, and the lever to open up the drop was straight upwards from the start room. Obviously it just happened again where when I went to the path upwards, I just kept going up and I hit the switch immediately. So I'm not sure if that is some kind of glitch or if it's intentional or if I'm just having really weird luck where 3 times in a row the correct answer to get down to the next floor was walk straight upwards. So I will see what happens on the next floor. We'll start out by going on an upward path, and we'll see if we get to the switch right away or if we don't. Oh, I thought that bat was going to die from that shot. Now I feel like an idiot. There we go. This bat should die easily enough. Now we kind of break things and look for a little bit of armor to make up for what we lost. Doesn't look like we're going to get it. There is really no point to exploring the rest of this floor, but we might as well. I should also add that my camera right now is currently covering up the gold up in the top right corner, as well as what I believe is the area where the experience bar will go in the final version. So yeah, just so you're aware that something is a little bit covered up by it. I guess I could have put it in the bottom left corner, but I wasn't entirely remembering where it would fit without interrupting anything, and so I just kind of went with where it normally is. It's not a big thing to miss. Neither the goal nor the experience have any impact in the current version, so it's not a big deal that it's covered up, which is why I left it there once I realized that it was covering it up. But just so you're aware, there is a little bit of UI up in the top right corner that we're missing right now. Let's see. One more rat. Should die pretty easily, hopefully. Oh, two more rats. I take that back. They're both plague rats, so they're both going to take a couple hits to die, and then they're going to explode. That might just clear off the whole floor. I'm not sure if there's anything in these big metal thingies. It doesn't look like they break, so we're just going to move on. Down and left. Grab this little bit of shield right here. Oop. Just got to make sure to not fall down the hole. And we can break up the rest of the stuff in here. See if we can get back to full health before we go down. We cannot. And then, whoa! In we go, into the drop. Wait a couple seconds for the next floor to load. There we go. And we'll destroy a few things just to see if we can, yes, get our last bit of shield back. Let's start going straight upwards, why don't we? Let's see if this remains consistent. That was perfect where they left themselves right there. This ghost could be a problem. In fact, he never attacked me. And we have reached the end of this path and there is no switch. So I did just have ridiculously continuous luck of finding the same switch position in multiple runs in a row. Doesn't look like there's anything in here with these little single push blocks. Which, for those of you who aren't aware, these kind of function like the pushable blocks in a lot of Zelda games, where you can push them one space and then they lock into place. I'm not sure if there's really much more than trying to make you figure out how to move on right now, but I assume they're going to be used in some of the puzzles come the final version. Much like Zelda would allow you to have puzzles where you need to push blocks a certain way to get them on the switches. So those will probably see more function and more consistency and appearance in a later version. I hate these rooms with so many bats. They take so long to kill. Go away, goblin. Oh, hell no. Let's get some bat slaughtering done. I am getting better at aiming this scepter. I'm not great at it right now, but I am getting better at making sure that I don't have to shoot quite as many times to kill everything, which is a plus because that was getting kind of crazy how bad I was doing. Let's head to the right now. Okay, so now we're going to push this one here, and just for funsies, this one into the abyss. There we go. Oh god, that spider. I knew it was there, but it just all of a sudden was like, I'm gonna get you. And this way it is, because there's no other path to take. This floor has been relatively easy so far. I won't lie to you. Well, I will admit I don't remember the path that we took to get here, so I don't remember exactly how to get back, but go away, spider. Just gotta learn the spread of the shots well, because then you can use it to your advantage instead of having it be a disadvantage. Here's our switch room. That spawned a bat. That spawned two bats. One bat, two bat, red bat, Zubat. And yes, Zubat is blue, so it works even better. I like how, when I played through Pokemon X and Y, there was a section that talked about, and there was this one cave, and part of the cave's description on the map was, known for its hordes of Zubats, and I'm like, isn't that every cave in the Pokemon world? Have I ever been in a cave while playing Pokemon and not been swarmed by Zubat endlessly? Because I don't remember any. I really don't. I know this isn't the path to move onwards, I just want to see if there's any rooms that we haven't explored. But I think we've pretty much cleared out this floor. It was actually a relatively short floor. Let's grab this stuff, we'll break all these for extra gold just for the sake of getting it. There we go. Plus, he wants to leave things that are breakable unbroken. That's just not fun. Let's be honest here. We can grab all this stuff, and then into the drop we go. And taking a drink I do. Okay, that should be a bit better, maybe. Or maybe a bit worse, who knows? We do have a couple of shield pieces there if we need them. We can also do that explosive barrel, which will give us a little bit more money. You know what, I'm going to break these torches. I don't want your fancy lighting torches, I want you dead. Oh, I got a little bit too far forward. There we go. I believe that's a plague rat, which means that once it gets angry at me, it is going to explode. There we go. Almost everything dead, just these two rats to go. That was a plaguey. And come on now. Yeah, almost dead. See, the funny thing is now, because of those first couple runs I had, all with the drop being straight upwards, now I just can't resist taking the upward path every time, trying to get to it. It's only a 2 for 3, or 3 for 4 split right now, but that's still pretty high, all things considered. Ooh, I can break their fireballs. That makes these guys so much easier. Yeah, 2 can play that game, Mr. Ghost. Except I can attack much faster than you. So many bats! There we go. And we can go up here. We got a few traps. I can hit that slime into the hole. That works out well. These slimes are just getting bounced around by the spike traps, which is fine by me. You want to get yourself killed, slimes? I'm not going to complain. If I have to do less work, there's no reason for me to be upset by that. Some more slimes, some more holes in the ground. So I think the trick on these like corridor type rooms with the sorcerer is pretty much to just continuously attack and move slowly forward, and it tends to push you there. Got the right switch on the first try that time. And just to keep track, it's 4 out of 5 times where I've walked straight upwards and found the drop. Or found the lever for the drop. So, that's a pretty high consistency. That makes me wonder if it's kind of a slight bit of quirk to the engine. Or the map building engine, I should say. Or if it is actually just, you know, a weird coincidence I'm running into. But 4 out of 5, 80% of the time, the drop has been in that direction, so that is kind of weird. Okay. I know I'm wasting a lot of resources, but we're about to go down to the next floor, so I just wanted to check out a couple more rooms. That one happened to be empty, so let's go ahead and go down. If I recall correctly, there are 4 levels in each level, 9 in the world, in the current build, like there were in the last time I went through it, and that means that this would be our last floor. If so, that'll be right about the end of where the point where I normally end videos. I'll probably end it there, and then we will pick back up on another video to show off some of the rogue in the newest version, as well as to show off the gladiator, the new class. Yeah, hit that spider, plague rat. And we got another couple. Oh god, we got a lot of spiders actually. Spiders shouldn't really be that much of a threat, but they move toward you so quickly once they get to you. Like, they go from standing back to jumping at you. It's rather horrifying. Okay, kill you, rat. Yeah, that's right. You ain't got no hope. Imminent despair. Speaking of which, Dark Souls 2 beta this Saturday, if all goes according to plan. Of course, it was supposed to happen last Saturday, but things happened and it didn't. So now it's happening this Saturday night, which excites me. Not only to get a little bit more time with Dark Souls, but also to get some more time to try to see if I can get some of the multiplayer aspects working with some people I actually know instead of just the freak summon that I got during my last time on the beta. If you didn't hear about my beta time last time, essentially the only time that I did anything multiplayer was from forgetting that the soldiers spawned with the Guardian's Ring, and so when I was put into a position of... Yes, Ghost is dead. That makes things much easier. When I was put into a position of suddenly getting summoned into another player's world, I had no idea why until I got to the point where I realized that the ring I was wearing and the covenant I was in were about protecting the innocent from invasions, and I had been summoned across because the person had gotten invaded by a red fandom, and I was there to protect them. Of course, because I didn't know that that's how it worked, I was a little bit confused, a little bit lost. Didn't know what I was supposed to be looking for, didn't know why enemies wouldn't aggro on me. And then I learned it and felt like an idiot, but it worked out in the end. The invader died, the person who I helped out was still alive, and everyone went home happy. This is certainly a long, straightforward path. I feel like I have gone through tons of doors, and here's our switches again. And I got the right switch the first try again. I don't know if there's a way to actually tell that, but I got it to work. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we had like 10 rooms in a row, if I counted that right, going straight upwards, leading to the drop. And like I said, 5 out of 6 times I've done a run on this version, I have gotten the drop straight upwards like that. So, yeah, not something I'm sure of if it's actually a consistent thing, but if anyone else is having that same level of consistency, then might not be a bad idea to let someone know. And we're going to go through the drop here, see what happens. The music is still very catchy. I like the Delver's drop music. Oh, we loaded into another floor. I thought there were only 4 floors. I could be wrong. I am up to 308 gold now. Huzzah, hooray. 310 gold, I apologize. Let's see if the trend continues. Kill the slimes, kill the slimes. Nope, that one was, that puts us at, what? I said 5 out of 6 last time, so 5 out of 7. That worked out for me. Okay. So as long as you keep moving, you can pass over that stuff just fine. I will end you, bats. Come on. By the way, I should add that my run as the Gladiator was going decently well, but even though I cut it off prematurely to start recording, but nowhere near as well as my run as a Sorcerer here has gone. It's nice to be playing this on camera again. I do tend to have a little bit better luck when I'm playing on camera, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just that I get myself into kind of a... everything that I'm doing is about the game, my thoughts, my words, my, well, not necessarily my words. I mean, sometimes, like, when I talked about Dark Souls 2, not so much. But what I mean by that is that I get, you know, to a point where my main focus in all respects is the game. If I think of something else and I start talking about it, it's because of the game. And that puts me at a position where I am able to, I guess, a little bit better concentrate on what's going on. Not sure if that really makes sense the way I just described that, but I do feel like there's both a distraction element and a concentration element to recording. And it depends on what game you're playing, which one you get. You know, playing Crypt of the Necrodancer, yeah, I get distracted as none other when I play that game on camera. Because I'm trying to talk and listen to the music at the same time, and it just isn't working. But give me a game like this and tell me to play it on camera and talk about it, and I can actually pretty well keep up commentary and not be lost in terms of the gameplay. So we're going to continue exploring. This is far and away the longest it's taken us to get through a floor on this run. Which makes sense, since we are on like the 5th floor of this level. Let's just explode that barrel. We got a bat at least. I don't know what else is in this room yet. Just some more bats, okay. I can handle some bats. Bats aren't the worst enemy that we could get. Spiders aren't either. I do suddenly hear some, like, weird tick-tocking sound in my house. Like, I don't know what it's from because I don't have any kind of a mechanical clock in my room. So I'm not really sure why I'm hearing a tick-tock in my house, but, it's gone away now. It was only shortly lived. It was definitely quiet enough where you wouldn't have heard it on my recording unless I'm much mistaken. It's the countdown to the end of days. Okay, so we are missing a couple of shield fragments, which this is the first time we are missing them and not having a good way to replace them since like the 1st floor. So that's bound to happen, although now we're only missing 1 shield fragment, so that's not really a big deal. We can go and get our shields filled up. Okay, we're back to full health. All is right in the world. I've gone up already, right? Yes. So I've gone up here, I've gone right there and completed that path. That's the only way out of there. I've gone up from there. So now we're back to our start room, and we can head left, I guess. Because really there was no reason to head anything other than left, or anything other than right. There was just, I see a door, I'm taking it. Okay, now let's kill some bats. And we found our lever for the drop. I'm gonna guess that it is... That was double bad. I'm still not sure at all if there is a way to actually tell which switch you're supposed to hit. So I'm just kind of hitting them at random. That was a single bad. Much less threatening than double bats, about half as threatening in fact. That was the right one. So that was really close to the entrance actually if I hadn't tried to go the other directions first. Should probably break open these treasure chests before I go down. Just for the sake of getting their goodies. And we can get back to full health maybe. Not quite. Give me one more shield fragment, please. Thank you. Thank you, game. 445, almost 450 gold. And we'll drop down again. And that's the end of the alpha. So we went through about 5 floors of that. Yeah, so far this game is shaping up really well. I really do like this new version. You know, like I said, I'm not the best at pointing out exactly what's changed since last time I played because it's been a while. But you can definitely feel the changes in it. I think it's playing much smoother now. I guess is the best way I can put it. It's just a more smooth, consistent gameplay than what we ran into with the last version I played. The new wand for the sorcerer is crazy and takes some getting used to, but I think it works out real well when you do have it down. For now though, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know I've been saying I'm going to do this for quite some time. I finally got around to doing it. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope that this was a good look at my experience with this so far. And I will see you next time for a look at the Gladiator and the Rogue, which we will most definitely be showing off soon. As mentioned, if you are interested, if you pre-order Delver's Drop on the developer's website, which I will link, it will be able to, and you'll be able to redeem, or you'll be able to get on Humble your copy of the game now. So it is purchasable to get into the alpha at this moment. Of course, it's been greenlit, so it'll be on Steam at some point in the future. When exactly that'll work out, not sure, but it will be on there. So when you get so if you do purchase it from the developer's website, you will get a Steam key from Humble when the time comes. Regardless, thank you guys as always, and I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.